If you take 3 glasses of water and put food coloring in them, you have many different colors, but it's still the same old water. Make the connection.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, mirror, what is wrong? Could it be my hair, my clothes? Or could it be I just got sold? Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, mirror, what is wrong? Could it be my hair, my clothes? Could it be I just got sold? In America today, I have to regret to say something is not right, and it deals with black and white. Tell me, baby, is it me? Nah, it's just society.
Hello, and welcome to Akron. For those of you who don't know, Akron is Akron, Ohio. This is the program where we highlight what's going on in these neck of the woods. Today, I am sitting with student minister, Brother Stephen Muhammad.
That's right.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
I am so happy to have you here today.
And I'm pleased to be here. Always a pleasure to show up whenever Hiram calls. And he just called me today. I put it down and I'm here now.
Well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I told the audience earlier this week that I would have you here and we will be talking about this senseless gun violence.
Yes.
We lost another rapper this week, young Dolph. He was in his hometown in Memphis and he got shot, and I wanted to talk about it.
Yes. I'm scared to open my Twitter page up because as soon as I open the page up, here it comes. And I spoke with Hiram earlier briefly, and he said it seems to be a pattern developing. And I'm sure you want to get into that, where the rappers, it's almost like they're fascinated with death. And that's troubling for me because we grew up at a time, and I know I'm going to sound like an old head, Brother Hiram, you too. Our generation gave birth to hip hop. So we have an affinity and a love for it, for hip hop. Now, rap, of course, is a little bit different. And when KRS-One was here, he dealt with that, the difference between hip hop and rap. And we thank our brother for always being there to add his scholarship. But making the point that the music has become weaponized, to use Dr. Wesley's language. And so that's the trend that we see happening now. And if we can get our young men, and women too, sisters too, to just see that and then take back what is already ours, man. The art form and the intelligence that it exemplifies, that belongs to us. But we're not going to be able to benefit from it if we're dead at 20, 23, 25. I mean, come on now. Where's this going?
Well, that brings me to a question that Hiram always asks. I just want to get your outlook on it.
Yes.
Do you believe that the rap music dictates to the streets, or do you think streets dictate to the rap music?
Well, there's an old saying out that life imitates art. And I always thought, well, it should be the other way around, because artists have the obligation to highlight the beauty of life. But an enemy can come in on that and make mischief and use the artist, the media, and music. We're wired for music. Mm-hmm. I was at the library earlier today, and this is just really, now I can see why I had that experience. And there was a sister, she couldn't have been more than 18, 19 years old. She's at a computer diagonally across from me. And she's literally dancing around. Now, I'm an old dude, so I'm from an era where if a woman is being animated, she might be trying to get your attention. So, but I'm thinking, nah, she's not looking at you. But she had her headphones on, she had an artist playing, and this artist was just moving her. She was completely engrossed in the experience. And I said, look at how our young people are owned by the art.
Okay.
So to Hiram's observation, the art now is dictating what the life will be. And again, an enemy can come in on that theme and flip it, where art should imitate life, now he has the benefit of influencing our young people now through the music.
Okay, so you believe that the rap music it dictates too?
Yes, I don't believe it. I am sure of it. And again, I brought our book. This is an 800-page book by our great brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, The Pot Plot. But he deals with not just the issue of how marijuana has been weaponized, and we know that that's true. But he also gets into the music. He has a big section in here on music. We saw the trend change around 1990, 91. But we didn't know all of the levers that were making the changes happen. He pulls receipts in the book, names. And some of them are names you'll recognize. Some of them are names we've never heard of. The secret meeting we've heard about, he verifies that. But making the point, and again, this book has 2,200, what's the word I want when you give a reference? Sources, it'll come to me in a minute.
Receipts, as they say now.
Receipts, 2,200. So it's not just 800 pages of Dr. Wesley ranting. He shows you this is where we got this from. This is where this quote came from. This is where this particular body of information was taken from. So you can go and check it out. It scares us to believe that war is being made, literally, and death is the result for our young people. They're the target. We don't want to believe that that could be true, right? Black folks now. We don't want to believe that could be true. But when we find out that it is, and this is not just happening randomly, that it's by design, maybe that'll be enough for us to wake up and say, okay, we have to do something, and we have to do it now. We can't wait until tomorrow. We can't hope that the mayor is going to drop a policy, that the president, you got Biden in now, right? That's what y'all wanted. You got Biden and Harris. And so now we waiting for him to do what? Exactly what he's going to do. And it don't include you and me. So I'll leave that there. But this is by design, beloved sister. And that means that we can do something about it. It's important that we stay asleep so that these things keep happening. And we're waiting magically for the mystery God, or however we bill it, to come in and change it. But Allah says in the Quran that he will never change a people's condition until they change their own condition. But it's got one right over there. If you don't believe me, you can dig it up. Benjamin Franklin said, this is not in the Bible, but he coined the phrase that God helps those who help themselves, pulling from what he knew as a Mason was true about how people's conditions go from one stage to another stage, to a better stage. So it comes back to us, is my point.
Okay. Well, since you said that, Minister Farrakhan has now said you guys can come back and...
Yeah, reopen, as it is the language.
Okay, reopen.
Yes. We've been closed for 18 months. Closed meaning we haven't had any live mosque meetings. You come by the mosque, people have been asking me on the street, so when are we going to get back to the mosque? When can we come back and visit? And I had to tell them, I don't know. But now we have just been given the order and the privilege to reopen with a caveat. We have to social distance. And that means that if your mosque could hold 100 people, now you can get 25 in, roughly. So there's a major shift there in terms of how the mosque meeting will work. What that means for Akron, of course, is we don't have the space in our original building to do that. We have to go outside of our original space and lease space, at least for the next few weeks. So the Holiday Inn on West Market in Montrose/Fairlawn is where we'll be on Sunday from 11 to 1. For anybody that'd like to come out. 877-657-3738. That's the contact if you want more information or want to learn more about the NOI. And all of our weekly meetings, the study group, which was on Friday, we still have that, but it's virtual. And we can give you the Zoom address for that, as well as some of the things that we're doing in the community. We haven't stopped working in the community, but we do have a big event we want to plan that will introduce the residents of Akron to the many treasures that Akron has.
Okay.
Akron is full of brilliant black people. Blackron.
Yeah.
That's the phrase. And I learned that more in this last year. The mayor had this big panel of about 72 people that he had brought in to deal with racism since it had been declared a public health crisis in both Akron and Summit County. When George Floyd was murdered, they had to do something. They want to get ahead of the trend, right? Because they see that black people are starting now to move in a way that they can't control us and our movement. But can we get ahead of it, right? And determine how they move. That's why I believe that many of the mayors across the country agreed with that declaration about racism. But nevertheless, God is doing something too.
Okay.
So we see that. But I'm saying, making the point, I was introduced to a lot of brilliance in our community. Not just the folks that we've worked with, as many more that we did. I never met. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is beautiful. Maybe now we'll have a chance to really make some progress, because you know what? It will take everybody to do it. Not just Brother Hiram, his media piece is critical, because we got to have media. The reporter, critical, we got to have that. But on the ground, block by block, in those homes, and black folks are notorious for waiting for somebody else to do it. But again, God won't change your condition until you make some decision to do something different.
Is there anything else that you would like to tell our community?
Don't forget, we have a publication out. I see you got it in your hand, in your lap. The Losing of a Chosen Generation. Black Lives Matter, but to whom? That can be purchased on all the platforms, Amazon, Google, and what's the one I'm forgetting about? Oh, Lulu, the actual publisher, lulu.com. And please support. Listen, this is a great jump off. If you want to talk to young people, which is really what it's more about, then we don't always know how to go in. But through our doing of the peace talks and other exercises, we really develop some great skill sets, and the book kind of highlights that. So be sure and pick your copy up, get an extra one for your son. It is the Christmas season, right? You know we don't do the whole Christmas thing, but we still have family members that do.
Right.
So why not give them something that will keep on giving? The Losing of a Chosen Generation. And let me thank Brother Hiram, you, Shar, for your consistency in staying on the grind. People do depend on what you do. I've learned that over the years, Brother Hiram. They depend on you to always be there. They don't always contribute financially, but they want you to be there, right? So we're gonna push them to give out from their pocket, and then get the blessing that comes when you give. You guys have a way to do that, right?
Yes, you can donate to the Black Media by going to $Mecca Media. Look at it down there. 99 cents. If I can get 5 people to give me 99 cents, that's $5 for me to get up here and bring some media to you. Any donation is a great donation. And if you guys haven't heard my podcast, it's Priceless Therapy. You can get all kind of conversations and all kind of suggestions for you just by going and listening to me. Stay tuned and keep coming back, and I can keep you guys updated on what's going on in Akron, Ohio. It's your girl, Shar Johnson, live on location. I am standing here with this beautiful young lady, a part of the new leadership, where? At Louisiana famous fried chicken. What are your specialties?
Our specialty is chicken, of course. We do also do fish, we do shrimp, we do chicken and waffles. Our sides are amazing. Macaroni, the greens are magnificent. Green beans, red beans and rice. We have smothered chicken. Everything we can do to make everybody happy around here. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, you say red beans and rice. She and I is about to go in here. She about to get me an order of those red beans and rice. Won't you tell everybody when you're open and how they can get this marvelous food?
Okay, we actually have a new hours of operation. We now open Sunday through Thursday from 11 to 7 and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 8.
AkronHipHop.com, the Reporter NewspaperOnline.com. Listen, we're in the building, and I'm in the building with something like a superstar right now. Tell that one person on the north side who don't know you what your name is.
My name is Monica Slayton.
Now you're doing big things in Akron. We call Akron Blackman right now, right? Now you're doing big things. You got you're entrepreneur. Yes. Tell everybody who don't know what you do.
Okay, I'm the owner of Monte Carlo's Hair Creations. It's been in business for 27 years, and I'm also the owner of Carlo Monte Hair Care Products. Okay, so we have a hair growth oil. This oil promotes growth where there's potential. We're growing people's edges back in, stress spots. I have people tell me they put it on their beard and eyebrows, actually. Then we have a hair freshener. This is my baby. This is what we launched 5 years ago. It's like the hair for breeze. If you have locks, braids, if you work out, if you sweat, if you cook, this will eliminate any odor that hair attracts. This is hair freshener, y'all. Then we also have our hair and body oil. You can use it on your hair. And when I say it's wonderful on your feet and your elbows, that hair and body oil. We also have a beard oil. This is one of our packs that we put together. We also have a beard oil. I don't have it out right now, but we have a beard oil for the gentleman to keep your beard nourished, softened, and moisturized. So those are our products right now. And thank you.
Are you looking for a clean, well-organized laundromat? Well, Clayton's Laundromat, located on 1196 Talmadge Road, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, 44221, is the perfect place for you. Come in and take advantage of our well-sanitized, full-service laundromat. Also, check out our pickup wash and fold service. We will come to you, pick up your washables, and have them for you fresh and folded. Pickup wash and fold service is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Laundromat hours are 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Remember, for a clean and fresh, sanitized washing experience, check out Clayton's Laundromat.
AkronHipHop.com, the Reporter NewspaperOnline.com. What's up, my man?
What's going on with it?
Tell everybody your name.
My name Herb.
Hey, man, yo, what we doing out here today?
Shit, buying cars.
You just bought a car from the spot, huh?
Yup.
Tell me about your experience.
Great experience, man. I was looking for a certain car. They had what I was looking for. They was talking my language. Everything was good. The warranty was straight. And I'm leaving with it.
Hey, man, if you had to tell somebody where to get a car, where would you tell them at?
18.
Man, you better feel me.